I'm back. Turn it. Oh, y'all, and subscribe. Like, or write comments, ask questions, like anything like that, okay? If y'all want to. I'm not like, you got to. But if you want to, then it's cool. But, yeah. So, after I do that, my history, I gotta go. And that's when you do, and then we had to do, like, the duck walk and, like, get dressed and, like, but it's, I don't know. I cheered in high school. So we get dressed in front of girls all the time. So it wasn't awkward for me. I could see where it's awkward for some people, but it's not that bad. So yeah. And all my MEPS people were so cool. Like they were in good moods. They were laughing. Like it was cool. Like MEPS and MEPS wasn't even long for me. I finished before lunch started. Like I finished before 11. Like I finished the physical, like I qualified, but then some other stuff happened. I'll tell you about that later. But yeah, so and there was a girl in my group who just could not do anything, and I'm like, girl, like it's a duck walk. Like, come on. But anyway, so after that, I just had to do my neuro ortho doctor, and she looked at my vajayjay, and thank God she didn't be like, touch your toes and spread them. She just like while she was looking at my vajayjay, she just like parted it a little bit, looked at like, but yeah. But then like we just had this like sped walk, and she made a speed walk like 5 times around the room. So I was kind of like breathing, like I'm like skinny, but I'm not fit right now. I should be. So I was breathing hard because that speed walking was like serious. So, like, when she was listening to my heartbeat and, like, my lungs, she made a face like, you're wheezing. And she put abnormal on my paper, like, in 3 different spots. And I was like, oh, gosh, I'm going to be disqualified. But she was like, I see you passed everything else. Like, you're good. But she was the only one who had an attitude. Like, she told me to lift my foot up. So I turned around and like I lifted up forward, and she was like, did I say turn around? Like, and then she told me, she was like, my hair was too long. She told me to put it in a ponytail. So I put in a ponytail. She was like, a higher ponytail, put in a bun. I'm like, what the fuck? But I don't know. Maybe that was me not listening to directions. But it wasn't, because when I had to turn my paper in, there was like a tech, and she was talking to a different tech, and she was like, so and so had an attitude, huh? And she was like, didn't she, Davis? And they had my tag, so she knew my name was Davis, my last name. And I was like, I don't know who you're talking about. She was like, the doctor you had to go see. I was like, I have no comments. Oh, and when I first got to MEPS and did my blood pressure, I was so nervous that my blood pressure was so high. But he just like told me to breathe, and then he did again, and it was cool. But yeah, so then, like I said, I finished before lunch. So I gave her my paper. She was already talking to someone though. It was a guy. I don't know how he finished so fast. But she was like, after you eat lunch, like come talk to me or whatever. So I came and talked to her, and like I said in my first video, I had to come 2 weeks earlier to get my tattoo done. And she was like, I remember you. She was like an old white lady. And she was like, oh yeah, I remember you. You're the girl with the tattoo, huh? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, I just don't think you should be in the Navy with that tattoo. And my recruiter was standing right there, and she was like, that's why we came 2 weeks ago and got it verified. She was like, yeah, but I just don't think she should be in the Navy. She was like, but I don't have any control over that. So I'm like, why are you talking if you don't have any control over that? Like, don't set your opinion. Like, I'm finna be in this Navy. Like, don't play with me. But, like, I thought it was really rude for her to voice that. Like, I just got qualified. I passed my ASVAB with a 78. I just passed medical. Like, okay, I have a tattoo on the back of my neck, like, whatever. So then, when I came back, she was like, you didn't sign your social security card. Like, duh, my mom got it when I was an infant. Like, I'm gonna sign it. She was like, that's what I'm thinking in my head. I'm not that rude to say it. But she was like, you can't join the Navy without your own signature on your social security card. She was like, I went through your papers and realized the signatures weren't the same. But, like, who does that? Like, who goes through people's papers? I feel like she was just finding a reason not to let me in. But my recruiter was just looking like, that's what I was thinking, too. Like, why are you going through my signatures? Like, it was crazy. So now I have to get a whole new signature But that still didn't stop me. Like, she was like, it doesn't matter because the computer's down. We can't find job ratings for people. She was like, so it doesn't really matter or whatever. Next time you come, though, have it. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I called my mom. I was like, Ma, don't come. I'm not getting sworn in today. No one's getting ratings. So, but my mom was like already pulling in. Like, I didn't know that. So my mom was in there. My recruiter was like, just wait like a few hours just in case the system comes back. So like an hour and a half, 2 hours later, the system came back on. I was like so excited because I was really sad because it's been a long process for me. I just wanted to get sworn in today. My mom came, my little sister came. So yeah. So I was the second person to pick their rating. And I was asking, and I was like, is HM available? Is Master of Arms available? Is IT available? And he was like, IT is not available. And he was like, none of those are either. And I was like, so what are available? He was like, culinary specialist, and like boatswain mate or something like that. Jobs that no one wants. So I was like, he was like, but these two was like aviation technician and aviation something else. I picked aviation technician. But then I was talking to other people and they were like, yeah, he told me HM was available, something else. And I was like, he only gave me these two, but I think they were just really trying to put me in those two just because of my ASVAB score, which I don't think is right. Like, he should have gave me a choice. Like, you really lied to me. But whatever. Take it with a grain of salt. So I was so happy. I was so turned. I was like, yeah. And actually, like, now that I've been researching it, I really do like aviation electrician technician. So it's cool. But yeah, so my mom was there. She watched me get sworn in. She cried. My mom's a big crybaby. She cried when other people were getting sworn in. I didn't even get sworn in yet. She was boo-hooing when I got sworn in. And she was taking pictures or whatnot. And there was only one other guy from my group who got sworn in whose parent came. So like me and him were taking pictures together or whatever. And then we had to go back with the group because we had to do one more last thing before we left. And when the lady was talking, I had my head down like this. And the guy next to me was like, are you crying? And I was like, no, I'm just so tired. He was like, oh, because when your mom cried, I cried. And I was like, what? And there's a guy behind me. He was like, I cried too. Like, I felt like she was everybody's mom. I was like, y'all are bugging. It was so funny. But yeah, my mom was so excited. And it was just like a really good day. Like, I know a lot of people have to come 2 or 3 times for MEPS medical, and I was just so like blessed. Like, I only had to come one time. It was like turn up, you know. But my boyfriend was mad because he wanted to come, but I was like, you should have told. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, he had bought me all my backpacks, like really girly, like all my luggage, like everything. Flowers or cheerleading stuff or polka dots. So he had got me an all black backpack to bring. And I have like all lacy underwear and you need like granny panties. So he had bought me some granny panties, and it's so funny because I don't know. He would just rather see me in like lacy panties instead of granny panties. But yeah, that was my MEPS experience. And I ship out January 14th. That's a Wednesday, I believe. And I'm so nervous about being in Chicago in winter. Like, I was born in San Diego, California, and I moved to Georgia. And Georgia has some cold winters, but it's not like